My name's Tommy Tonkins and I'm Communications Officer for Shelterbox. At Shelterbox there isn't really such a thing as a typical day. What I do is kind of a little bit of everything. As Communications Officer I'm responsible for communicating to the rest of the world and internally all the work that Shelterbox does. So what our mission is, what our values are, what our goal is, particularly at times of disaster. We rely completely on public donations and the generosity of the public, and part of my job is to communicate with people through a range of different platforms about what we do, and that can be through our website, through social media, through Facebook, through Twitter, through YouTube, through our Flickr site. So sharing that information, getting it out globally so people can see what we're doing. Traditionally Shelterbox has always been very quick to respond to disasters, and because of the way the world works now, we not only have to be quick to respond to them, we also have to be seen to be responding to them. Donors are very, very discerning about who they give their money to, and they want to see where it goes. So part of my role is to have that accountability to our donors, to show them this is where your money's gone, this is the family you've helped. I did an MA in Multimedia and Broadcast Journalism at University College Falmouth. The skills I learned from that were absolutely integral, not only to me getting a job at Shelterbox, but also to my continued development and the way I've grown into my role, developed the role that I do, and very much made it my own. Without the skills that I learnt there, I think it's very safe to say that I wouldn't be sat here today, I wouldn't be working for Shelterbox, and over the past nearly 2 years I wouldn't have been able to make the difference that I've made to the organisation. The UCP placement that I did was again such a useful resource to be able to draw on. The mentors involved with UCP, the courses that they run, they have a huge level of professional expertise, and in terms of my professional development, to be able to draw on that pool of knowledge has been absolutely vital. There are so many different people from different backgrounds with different skill sets, and being able to sit down and have a conversation with these type of people to learn from them is crucial. There's such a wide and varied amount of professional skills available for people to draw on from UCP, and you know, they've just been great. The decision to take part in a UCP project was a decision that's made itself because of the quality of the organisation, the resources and the skills they had to offer. I'd have been stupid not to have taken part in a UCP project. I think I was surprised working with UCP with the depth of the knowledge that they had. And the range of the skills. It was something I wasn't expecting, and it was a really pleasant surprise to be able to draw on someone who has an SEO business, or then to talk to someone who's an expert in social media, or then again to speak to someone who's an expert in HR. All these different fields. UCP have got an expert in pretty much everything, and that was really surprising, but in a really heartening way, because again the knowledge that they have is really, really useful, particularly for someone who's just starting their career. To draw on that pool of knowledge is fantastic, and it came as a really pleasant surprise. One of the challenges of being an international disaster relief charity and being based in Cornwall is the remoteness. There are times when we will get phone calls at 7 o'clock at night from the BBC saying, can you get on the breakfast sofa for 7 o'clock in the morning? And obviously being in Cornwall, it's very difficult to be able to fulfil those requests. However, Shelterbox is built on Cornish spirit. The Shelterbox's roots are very firmly based in Cornwall, and it is that Cornish spirit that has been integral to Shelterbox growing from one man's dream, one man's idea, to 10 years later being at the forefront of international disaster relief. So the advice I could offer to any businesses who are considering working with universities and colleges in Cornwall is do it, because they won't regret it at all. There are fantastic people throughout all the educational establishments in Cornwall, and all of the students that are coming through are very driven, very motivated, and want to get on, want to get out there, want to help make a difference.